so now we have our mise en place done for our sauce. We have our concassed tomatoes. We have our thick sliced mushrooms. We have our minced garlic. We have our minced shallots. And we have our chopped tarragon. The only other ingredient that is used in this is the parsley. And I just forgot that we needed parsley. So we'll make sure we have parsley next week for practice, okay? All right, so now we go back to that pan. Thank you, sir. Use that flavor as the base for your sauce. There's oil already in there. What you don't want is your sauce to separate when you get ready to plate. So you don't want to overdo the oil. If there's still oil in there, use that oil to saute. If there's not, then you can add more.
It's right now.
Yes.
Don't you do mushrooms, shallot, then garlic, then once that's light brown, you put the gloss or do you put the stock first?
Stop. First you have to deglaze with your stock before you do it. Okay. The other thing that you will have to do, and I don't have two burners, so I'm going to get Rafael to do it. You're going to take a small pan, about a tablespoon of olive oil. You're going to salt and pepper these potatoes lightly now that they're fork tender. And you're going to saute them in a little bit of olive oil just to get some color. Okay, so you can saute this for me so we'll be ready. All right, so now we're going to go ahead and start plating our, making our sauce. Cut the pan on. All right, start with your shallots. They should sizzle when they go in the pan. Okay, we're sauteing our onion, our shallots rather. Get a little color on them. To those shallots, we'll add our mushrooms. And now that pan has started to lose some of its oil, or the oil has been absorbed, so we're going to add just a little bit more olive oil to that pan. And we continue to saute. We're going to sweat out those mushrooms and get some color on them. Cook down just a little bit. So I'm beginning to develop some color on my mushrooms here. This is what I want. Probably can go a little thinner on these mushrooms. Not a lot thinner, but just a little thinner. Okay. I'm going to go ahead now and add my garlic. And I'm going to add quarter cup of my chicken stock. You guys measure. Okay, stop. And we cook that till it reduces by about half. Okay? In the meantime, start cleaning up because you want to plate. Remind me of my olive oil top. You want to plate on a nice clean surface, okay? And we're approaching the time when we're going to be ready to plate. So one of the things that kids do quite often is they cook their sauce down to nothing. Your sauce should be nappe. What does nappe mean?
Yeah,
to coat.
do the spoon. Yeah, the same.
To coat. Actually, what it means is to coat, but we use the spoon to check to see if it's cooked. The other thing that you should have that I don't have out right now, let's make sure you have them, tasting spoons. So if you can grab me some tasting spoons, please. All right, so this is cooked down to almost nothing, right?
Yeah.
Can we see that? It's basically all the liquid has absorbed and evaporated. So now I add another quarter cup of chicken stock. And I add, how many tablespoons of molasses? What do you have?
4 ounces.
4 ounces is that a half a cup? Yeah, that's a half a cup. Really? It's a half a cup. Okay. A half a cup. So
You're
going to
going
dump it off.
in 1 cup.
Realize that. Okay. This is that glass, that jelly consistency. This is what gives your sauce. Is my chicken ready? Because I'm going to be ready to plate in about 30 seconds.
She about to temper.
Glass is chicken stock that's just been reduced. Potatoes are ready. Beautiful. A little more color on these potatoes, okay? Alright, now we want to cut our heat down and let that sauce simmer. Now I'm at the point where I can start actually tasting a little bit. I'm going to add my concassed tomatoes. It's been a minute since I made this dish. Concassed tomatoes now. It's at a rapid boil, so I reduce it to a simmer. Those concassed tomatoes, don't cut them quite as small as you were cutting them for your salad. Cut them slightly bigger because they're going to cook down, and we want something that still resembles a tomato when we get ready to plate up this dish, okay? So now, we just let this simmer until it gets nappé. At this point, we need to start tasting to make sure we're satisfied with our sauce. Come taste. Super hot. Okay. So we've added a little salt and pepper to our sauce after tasting it, just to kind of enhance it. When you taste your sauce, don't go too heavy with the salt and pepper, because remember, your chicken has been salted and peppered, as well as your potatoes have been salted and peppered. So don't go too heavy with this, okay? We're going to continue to allow this to reduce, again, just until nappé. This was a major safety violation. We had a tasting spoon sitting on our... I'm ready to plate. I just put my gloves on. Rush this process, folks. Do something else. We're going to do something with crepes, you know, clean up.
You can do that? Yeah.
Well, actually, I'm demonstrating the recipes one at a time, but at competition and the way you're going to practice them, you're going to be going back and forth.
Right.
You can't
Because
wait
of the
for-
process.
Exactly, but I wanted you to see it one time straight through.
So like
Now, clean board for plating. Take that chicken. Like a TV.
just throw it on
Don't
there.
confuse.
I feel like that's what if I had a
You're going to take your knife in your gloved hands. And you're going to cut that chicken.
Butterfly.
Oh yeah. Now that looks. What? No, thank you.
No, I didn't finish it with my butter because y'all got me all flustered when the chicken wasn't ready. We'll finish it in just a second. Okay. You take your potatoes. You take your cut chicken. Fan it around those potatoes.
Oh, that's cute.
We take our cold butter. And we finish off that sauce. I want it to separate the foods. Alright. And what the butter does is it gives it that shine. Melt that down. Take one final taste to make sure that you're satisfied with your sauce.
You want me to use 3 tornadoes?
Yep, I am. Yes, 2 to 3. And now what you're going to do is you're going to take that vegetable mixture. You spoon it right over top.
That is perfect.
You want a little on the pan as well. I'm sorry, not the pan, the plate.
Do they give us, how much time do they give us?
90 minutes.
That would be,
My plate was wet.
it's like chocolate garnish.
You're ready. You're going to take a sprig of that parsley, a sprig of that tarragon. You're going to garnish the top of it. Okay? All right, so
Can I come in close?
and we'll cut off
Can I come in
bites for
close?
everybody. Yeah, you can come in close. This isn't a pretty plate. Actually, don't come in close. I'm not happy.
What is
It got too dark. And my tomatoes cooked down enough that you can actually stop. But you get the point, right?
Yeah.
All right, so